They surrounded my crying daughter at a weekend market, shouting that she was an Christian failure for not loving her orphaned half-brothers. These women didn't know I was just around the corner, and that I had receipts. If you've ever been betrayed by people who were supposed to be family, or dreamed of putting a manipulative narcissist in their place, then buckle up. Hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready, because this revenge, it's not just satisfying, it's biblical. After 20 years of marriage, my world shattered. My husband cheated on me. Worse. He had 2 sons with the other woman. My daughters, 15 and 17 at the time, were the ones who discovered the affair. They overheard a call, followed his messages, and, yeah, their innocence died that day. And not long after, their father did too. Car accident. He and his mistress. Gone. Just like that. You'd think that would be the end of the drama. Nope. That's when it started. His parents, my ex-in-laws, decided they were going to take over. First, they filed for custody of my daughters. Then, they started hinting they wanted to move in with us. As if we were going to play happy family while they tried to rewrite the truth. I shut that down hard. The custody fight? Still ongoing. But the living situation? That's a flat no. We live in a small town, and every weekend there's a farmer's market. It's a happy place. Fresh produce. Home-baked bread. Sweet old ladies handing out samples of jam. This week, I gave my youngest a birthday budget. Go crazy, I told her. Chocolate, honey sticks, whatever you want. I browsed a few booths with my eldest, until I realized my phone was buzzing. My youngest was calling. She was crying. Mom, some old women won't leave me alone. They're yelling at me. I bolted across the market with my oldest, and they were berating her, calling her Christian, telling her she should step up as a big sister to her father's orphaned sons. That she had no heart. Let that sink in. They were shaming a 15-year-old girl, on her birthday, because she didn't want to play big sister to the children her father had while cheating on her mother. My body went cold. Then hot. Rage. Pure, maternal rage. I grabbed my daughter, told my oldest to pay for her stuff and head to the car. Then I turned to the gaggle of vipers. I lit into them. You want to talk about Christian values? Let's talk about adultery. About harassment. About attacking grieving children in a public market. They didn't back down. One of them spat. You were never a good wife. If you were, you'd obey your elders and take care of your husband's family. Another one actually said, and I quote, "You're a broken woman who failed her duty." The shouting escalated. Security was called. We were all asked to leave. As I walked away, these women followed me, muttering and gossiping. It was like a horror movie. Christian vultures in floral print. That night, I couldn't sleep. My daughters were upstairs, shaken. I was fuming. So, I messaged someone I still trusted at the church. Let's call him Joe. He was kind, apologetic, and he dropped the bomb. My ex-MIL had posted in the church's Facebook group. A whole saga. She wrote that I was cruel. That my daughters refused to speak to her. That we were leaving her homeless and penniless, even though they inherited my ex's life insurance and bank accounts. But that wasn't the worst part. She claimed the twins, my ex's affair children, were our surrogate babies. That I couldn't have more kids and didn't want boys. That's why I abandoned them. That's when I snapped. I didn't have to lie. I didn't have to exaggerate. I just had to tell the truth. Because I had everything. Since I was mid-divorce when my ex died, I had all the documents. I took the next day off work. I went to a print shop and ordered high-resolution, full-color prints of photos of my ex and his mistress in our living room, screenshots of their text messages, messages between my ex and his parents where they condoned his affair, harassing texts from my in-laws during the divorce, emails where they called my daughters bastards and said it was their fault their father died. I printed them in binders designed to look like in books. On the cover, a smiling photo of my ex and his affair partner, with a title, Ex-Husband's Name and His Jezebel, a love story. Inside, the first page had that infamous photo of them kissing in our living room, with the caption, "This isn't your surrogate. This is your son cheating on his wife." Sunday morning, I walked into church early and placed the binders on the back table, right next to the extra hymnals. No one checks them. People just grab and go. By the time the service ended, the gossip tornado had already formed. Facebook exploded. The comments were brutal. The pastor had to step in just to calm the rage. What shocked people wasn't just the affair, it was the in-laws' role. Their bullying. Their lies. 2 church ladies sent apology letters to my daughters. One even invited me to join their women's support group. As for my ex-in-laws, they were publicly shamed out of the church. My ex-MIL posted a desperate, pathetic status update on her page. No one cares for the elderly anymore. My son would have taken care of us if he were alive. With what money? I was the breadwinner. Always had been. And remember, she tried to rewrite history, play victim, and manipulate the entire church. She got burned at the altar of her own hypocrisy. You can preach about morality all day, but if you build your story on lies, eventually the truth will burn through like wildfire. My daughters didn't deserve shame. They deserved peace. And as for me, I didn't destroy anyone. I just handed out the truth, and let the congregation decide what to sing about. If that story gave you chills, smash that like button, and let me know in the comments. What would you have done if someone shamed your child in public? Don't forget to subscribe for more.